It's a fundraiser we're doing for the Courage
All right,
Center.
my friends, a Midlands
Courage Center's Fan Day
nonprofit working
event
to
is
bring
happening
hope
March
and support to those impacted by substance use disorder. And this week, they're inviting the community to be part of that mission. The Courage Center's annual Day in May luncheon happening Thursday at Segra Park, raising critical funds to provide free recovery services for individuals and families across the region. And joining us now is John Brunty, a recovery coach, and Lila Cromer with the Courage Center to talk about the impact of this work and how events like this are helping change lives right here in our community. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Yes. Okay. So for folks who may not be familiar with the Courage Center, give us a little bit more information about this incredible nonprofit.
So we are a nonprofit organization that helps individuals and families that are on the journey to recovery from substance use disorder. So we provide one-on-one services, and that's with a coach that has lived experience with substance use disorder. And then we also have group meetings. We sometimes say we're hope dealers or resource brokers, so we give anything that the individuals may need. They need access to getting their license, getting housing, like we break down barriers and find that for them.
Absolutely. Let's talk a little bit more about the life change that you all see happen through the Courage Center, because really we know that there are so many people who struggle with this, even though I still feel like sometimes it's taboo to talk about. However, this is way more common than a lot of people think of. But y'all are providing a resource that many people might never even get to experience if it wasn't for y'all being here. So talk to us a little bit about the life change that you see.
I think that, breaking down the fact that there is such stigma still, and we really work to get rid of stigma and get rid of the shame for people. But I think one of the biggest changes that I think we have is we work with the Probation, Pardon, and Parole Board. And so when someone gets out of prison, they're assigned a coach at the Courage Center. And I think that's such a huge part, because there's some huge statistic, and I don't know it, but people that return to prison after being out on parole usually go back because of a drug test gone wrong. And so we want to help change it from right there, give them a chance to have a place to get support and everything like that. And I love seeing that. And then there's so many other, multiple cases of people that we help and everything.
Absolutely. And I love that you spoke about that, because one of the reasons why I love the Courage Center is providing that resource, because a lot of times we see people end up back behind bars because they get out and they're like, I don't know what to do next, or they're struggling to find a job, or they're struggling to have resources in order to fight that addiction that might have led them to jail in the first place. And so being there for them when they get out, I know is a game changer. And then let's talk about the fact that as well, you're helping families too, because we know that substance use disorder is not something that just impacts the person who is struggling, but their whole network of people.
Right, so we always say that sometimes the individual may not ever come to us, but we always provide that family support, whether it be a sister or a friend, because it does impact the entire family. And it's good to get that counseling. We have licensed professional counselors on staff, but then also family members that have loved ones that might still be in active use, or might have found recovery, or may have lost someone, and they have that power to connect on that level.
Absolutely. So you guys can see and hear why the Courage Center is so important to our community. So now that you are in love with this incredible nonprofit, here's how you can give back. Let's talk about Day in May. Tell us about the big event.
Okay, so Day in May is this Thursday, May 7th, and it is at Segra Park in the Club Lounge. We're super excited about a new venue, and every year we have a guest speaker come and kind of share their experience, strength, and hope. And this year will be a little different because it's a family perspective, which I think will be super neat. And so we're having Dr. Jermaine Johnson come and speak and share his story. And then you learn a little bit about what we do at the Courage Center, kind of some of our numbers and statistics to celebrate. And have lunch with us.
That's great. And you guys see that on your screen right now. Make sure to scan that QR code that you can see right there. So also, is this going to be a place where people can give? Will people be able to give during this event?
oh yes. Yes.
He said the
Give,
nonprofit
give,
says,
give.
oh, yes.
You can give way after it's over as well. Yes.
Absolutely,
Right.
absolutely. And so what has the response been to a day in May? How has this really helped the organization?
Well, we have raised great money. It's our biggest fundraiser
Yeah.
that we do each year, but I think a big part of it is that we involve the entire community.
Yes.
There's a lot of law enforcement there from Lexington and Richland counties. There are leaders from the community there. There are coaches that are there from the Courage Center. And it's a chance for everyone to come together and really see what we do. Lila does a great job doing videos. If y'all need anyone to do videos here.
Lila's like, what?
She loves it. She loves it.
I love it. Shameless plug. Book our girl Lila.
Right. Yeah. She just loves doing them. But no, it's a great opportunity for people to see
Yeah.
people and know that it works, that recovery works. And I'm excited about having Dr. Johnson this year because he is a family member. The Courage Center was founded by a family for families. And Lila and I heard him speak in Orangeburg last fall. And it's an incredible story.
Yeah.
And we looked at each other and were like, he's doing Day in May.
Yeah.
So I'm real excited for everyone to hear it.
Absolutely. And this is open to anybody in the community can come out and get a ticket. All right. So that's so important to know. One of the things, too, that I want to talk about is I know somebody is listening and they're like, this sounds like a great event. This sounds like a great nonprofit. But they're afraid to reach out and maybe connect with y'all because they might need a little help, whether it's for themselves or whether it's for a loved one. Can we talk about the fact that one of the great things about the Courage Center is that there's no shame, right? There is never any shame in asking for help.
No, shame keeps more people from asking for help because they don't feel like they can do it. They don't feel comfortable doing it. What if someone knows I have this issue? And I see so many people being bogged down by shame. It's one of the biggest obstacles that I have when I work with someone, especially in the beginning. They're too embarrassed about what they've done, and then it also makes them think, well, I might as well just keep doing what I'm doing because, I've just made all these big mistakes, and I would do anything if I could just get rid of the shame that people feel and stigma.
Yeah, and I think that's why the Courage Center is so necessary because it is such a judgment-free, safe space. Again, not only for people who may be struggling with substance use, but also for families as well. Because again, I feel like we don't talk about it enough. This is so much more common than people really talk about. And so that's why we need the Courage Center. And I want you to speak a little bit more, Lila, on the fact that y'all are hope dealers. I think that is such a beautiful term, hope dealers. Dive into that a little bit more.
So we didn't coin that term, but that's just something that I'm kind of taking. Well, I just feel like it's so cool that we have coaches on staff that have lived experience. And so they can share hope and share that recovery is possible and this is my story. And so when someone does walk through the doors and they are scared and our coaches tell their story like, hey, this is where I've been. And I think it's very eye-opening and like, okay, wow, there's someone that has maybe a similar journey to me. And so I think it helps spread hope.
Also, I think it's so beautiful too, when you've been through something, no matter what it is, when you see somebody who's made it out on the other side, that in of itself is hope. It's like there is light at the end of the tunnel. It is possible to live a life of recovery, whatever that may be. Also today, speaking of how incredible the Courage Center is, it's Midlands Gives. We are so excited. And the Courage Center, one of the nonprofits that you can give back to. Let's talk a little bit about folks giving to the Courage Center. Where will that money go?
So that provides, all of our services are at no cost to the participants and families. So that provides a safe and supportive setting for us to continue to provide them services, counseling, one-on-one, group meetings, sober social events.
We do a lot of harm reduction events.
Yes.
We tents at various places all over the counties, and just awareness and provide material for people that wouldn't necessarily, let me call and get help, or may not even have a phone to get help. But we get bus passes to people so that they can come to the Courage Center for meetings, and there are just so many ways to make the money go, and that's why we need a lot of money.
For
in
sure.
donations.
For sure. Absolutely. I mean, you just heard it. Not only are they breaking stigma, but providing help and providing tangible resources that are changing lives. All right, my friends, Midlands Gives. You're going to hear that so much today. You're going to hear me say it so much. I know you're going to be sick of it. However, it's so important to give back. And if the Courage Center, you've listened to the incredible story, you've listened to the impact that they are making in the community. If this is an organization you want to give back to, midlandsgives.org. But let's say you're like, look, payday's not until Friday or payday's not until next Friday, but I want to give. Even after Midlands Gives, even after Day in May, you can
Exactly.
still slide in my little
Yes.
some,
That's right.
okay? So where can people donate to?
So it's www.couragecentersc.org.
All right, my friends, one more time.
www.couragecentersc.org.
Let it just play over and
go.
over and
There you
over
go.
again.
Give.
Yes, give. Because again, in order for these nonprofits to continue to do the great work that they're doing, they need us. That's just the way it works. They're a nonprofit, and so they need our help. So if this story has touched your heart in any type of way of what they're saying, really just a little bit, my friends, please consider giving, whether it's today on Midlands Gives, whether you're buying a ticket for Day in May, whether you're giving next Friday on payday, but make sure to give and support this organization. Thank you guys
Thank
so
you
Thanks,
so
Whitney.
much.
I appreciate
Thank you.
y'all. All right, my friends, I'm putting this on our website, WLTX.com, so you can tell your other friends, send them this interview and say, we got to give to this organization. We'll be right back.